I am very proud that today is a pass-out of the largest cohort of officers, 18,000, the largest in the history of the National Youth Service. And it is my intention, working with the ministry concerned, to make sure that this National Youth Service becomes the channel of ensuring that children from across Kenya, especially those from underprivileged communities and families, find a path to the future by using the platform of the National Youth Service. That is why we have started the construction of hostels in this campus that will accommodate 20,000 more young men and women so that we can expand access to more young men and women from across Kenya. I am informed that there is a problem with the kitchen here, that it is very old and doesn't have the requisite equipment. And I have undertaken that I will build the kitchen myself and hand it over to you people before the end of the year. And continue to improve the facilities in this campus and all the other National Youth Service campuses across Kenya so that we can tap into the tremendous potential that National Youth Service presents to us, and especially to the young people of our nation. I have also given instructions that between the Ministry of Public Service and the National Treasury, resources be found so that we can hire additional human resources to support the National Youth Service. Through the Hustler Fund, 26 million Kenyans have so far accessed affordable credit. A whopping 72 billion has been disbursed and 5 billion shillings saved in the Hustler Fund. In addition, more than 5 million young Kenyans have improved their credit scores, opening doors to bigger loans of up to 150,000 and new opportunities for enterprise. For those whose dreams reach beyond our borders, we are creating secure pathways to global opportunities. Labor mobility agreements with Germany, Canada, and Gulf states have already enabled 430,000 young Kenyans in the last 2 years to secure decent jobs abroad in different countries and incomes that uplift families and strengthen our economy. We are now negotiating more agreements to open more doors for even more of our skilled, tech-savvy young people to thrive on the world stage. To support them, the WESO Fund and the Youth Enterprise Development Fund are financing air tickets, visas, and settlement costs, while also providing pre-departure training and certification. Within the last 1 year, 244 million shillings enabled 2,300 to take up international jobs. At the same time, the National Youth Opportunities Towards Advancement, commonly known as NYOTA project, is now building on the past success. Over 1 million applicants were received this year, with interventions ranging from access to government procurement opportunities, training for 600,000 young people in business support, and business support for 110,000 entrepreneurs. To you, graduating today, the road ahead is full of promise and opportunity. Some of you will advance into higher training in agriculture, ICT, engineering, and hospitality, becoming the skilled professionals who will drive our industries forward. Others will join our discipline services, standing guard over our nation's peace and security. And I have already given instructions to the Ministry of Interior that next month, when we hire 10,000 police officers, of the 10,000, 4,000 must come from the National Youth Service. Many more of you will venture into private enterprise, powered by the Hustler Fund, Nyota, and other initiatives that are turning ideas into thriving businesses. Wherever your path leads you, each of you carries responsibility and the privilege of building Kenya's future. And my message to you is simple. Hard work, courage, and faith will carry you further than privilege ever could. From this day, go forward in confidence, serve with pride, innovate with boldness, and strive with conviction. Congratulations on completing this course. You will now transition into public service or national service, as they call it at the NYS. I will be seeing you in different parts of our nation as you serve our nation with patriotism, commitment, and professionalism. When the NYS was founded 61 years ago, it was designed to equip young Kenyans with education, with skills, and national cohesion. Today, the challenge has grown. Nearly 1 million young Kenyans join the labor market every year, but too many are without opportunity. That is why we are implementing a bold, multi-pronged strategy to create jobs, expand opportunities, and empower every young Kenyan. We are modernizing our education and training systems, technical training and vocational education and training institutions have expanded from 180 learners in 2018 to over 700,000 today. And by the end of this year, we aim to have 2 million young people enrolled in our TVETs. In just the past 2 years, 76,000 new teachers have been hired, strengthening the foundation of our education system. And this journey continues. In January 2026, we will bring on board an additional 24,000 teachers, raising the total number recruited within 3 years to 100,000. This scale of investment in our educators is unmatched in Kenya's history, and it is a clear demonstration of the government of Kenya's steadfast commitment to teacher empowerment and to securing the future of our children through quality education under this administration. We are reforming NYS itself. Recruitment is expected to expand from 20,000 to 100,000 by 2028. NYS is becoming a productive enterprise in agriculture, engineering, construction, textiles, and hospitality. It is already producing maize meal, cooking oil, and fruit products, cutting costs and generating revenue. Soon, NYS will also award nationally and internationally recognized qualifications. We are also digitizing NYS operations through the jobs portal and the equipment hiring platform, while building centers of excellence such as the Leather Technology Institute with the International Labour Organization to match training to industry requirements. We have specifically and strategically positioned housing as a primary engine of job creation. Today, more than 160,000 units are under construction nationwide, already employing 320,000 Kenyans. In the next few months, this number will double to 640,000 young Kenyans. I'm talking about architects, engineers, quantity surveyors, artisans, plumbers, masons, carpenters, electricians, and all of them in between. To strengthen skills, 4,000 interns in the housing sector have already been advertised by the Public Service Commission. By January 2026, 10,000 interns, engineers, architects, surveyors, IT experts, and marketers will have been placed across housing projects, gaining practical experience to launch their careers. Through the Climate Works program, in which NYS plays a central role, we are linking environmental restoration to job creation. Young Kenyans are planting trees, cleaning rivers, and greening public spaces. In Nairobi alone, 45,000 young people are spearheading the regeneration of the Nairobi River into a green corridor. Soon, through countrywide expansion, this workforce will grow to 113,000, including in this county of Nakuru. Today, we celebrate you as patriots forged in the crucible of discipline, fortified by resilience, and united by a vision of service. This Pass-Out Parade is not merely a transition. It is a launching pad into a lifetime of contribution, leadership, and transformation. To you who pass out today, let me remind you that your destiny is not bound by where you started, your background, or your circumstance. It is and it will be defined by the boldness of your dreams and the depth of your commitment. The formula for success is simple: audacious goals powered by hard work, consistency, and resolve. I speak to you as one who has walked that path. I was not born into privilege or wealth. I walked barefoot to school. I sold chicken by the roadside. Had I declared then that I would one day be the president of Kenya, many would have dismissed it as a folly. Yet, here we stand today. So let no one despise your beginnings. Let no one tell you that your dreams are too big. There is power in daring great, in raising the bar. That is why every time I travel abroad, as I recently did to Japan, I always am struck by what vision, discipline, and high ambition can achieve. I see their order, their infrastructure, their prosperity, and I ask, why not Kenya? Why not us? Many will say it is impossible, but they said the same to Japan after the war, to South Korea in the 1960s, to Malaysia, to Singapore, and even to us during the last election. They were wrong then, as they are wrong now. For too long, mediocrity has been accepted as the standard. I challenge you, as I do all Kenyans today, we must rise above the average and dare to embrace greatness. Within our lifetime, Kenya will and must rise to the first world standard. Let me repeat. Within our lifetime, Kenya will and must rise to the first world standard. The Bible says, let nobody despise humble beginning. And as I told you in my statement, it is not where you started. It is what you do that determines your next destination. You may start small, but with conviction, with a big dream, with consistency, with persistence, with commitment, your end could be greater than your beginning. So even though you start today here in NYS, you can end anywhere depending on what you do. So, good people, my sons and daughters, let me tell you, the future is great for you and for Kenya. We just need to work on it. And as I said here, there is absolutely no reason why Kenya cannot attain a first world status the way Singapore did, the way Malaysia has done, the way South Korea has done, the way Japan has done, because they were where we are today one day. But they did whatever they did to get wherever they have got, and we must do it the Kenyan way. And I believe in this country, the same way I believe in you, that together we can take this country to the first world, working together. So again, you are the greatest resource we have as a nation. The single biggest asset that we have as a nation is your energy, your strength, your education, your passion, what you can do for this great nation we all love called Kenya. I want to tell the NYS leadership, today we have 13,000 men and just under 5,000 women in this graduation.